Hey, welcome to sunny California. I'm Kelly. So today's video is about acknowledging your emotions and feeling them completely. So earlier this week, I was so irritable and I couldn't figure it out. I'm like, why am I so cranky? Why is everything making me angry? Literally every little thing is just making me mad. And like, I'm not saying that the anger wasn't valid. I'm saying that the intensity of the anger wasn't valid. With being bipolar, one of the parts of being bipolar is that sometimes when I feel emotions, it's not just like, oh, I'm sad today. It's like, I want to die today. I do not want to leave my bed. It's not, I'm mad. It's, I'm going to set something on fire. I mean, I won't actually set something on fire, but it's just that level of intensity of just like, I'm angry. And when I'm happy and I'm feeling good. Like, people take cocaine to feel as good as people do when they're manic. So one of the things that, I try to do is trying to understand myself and my illness, because as much as doctors do understand about the illness, they don't. And I don't know, maybe I'm a little delusional, but I think that if I pay attention to my feelings, figure out where they come from, and kind of track myself in a way, that maybe I can get a better understanding of what is really going on with me. So I was just feeling so just cranky and irritable, and the normal stuff that I have to deal with that sucked like 20 times harder. And I was just like freaking out. And thankfully I had a therapy appointment on Wednesday. I do go to therapy somewhat regularly, and it can increase or decrease depending on how I'm doing. There are times when I'm only going once a month. There's times when I have to go once a week. It, depends. But I had a therapy appointment, and I was so glad, because this week I also ran into my ex. And so one of the reasons why me and my ex broke up is because he was not able to keep up with his responsibilities, like in any aspect of his life. And I hope that one day he figures it out, but it wasn't something I was gonna continue to entertain. I expect equality in my relationships. I expect that if I'm going to go to work and, pay the bills, I expect you to go to work and pay bills, unless you're sick or you are hurt or you have like a good reason for why you can't go to work. Not just like, oh, I'm tired, or oh, I'm too hungover to go to work. Like, don't get me wrong, like the occasional, like, I drank too much on accident and now I'm too hungover to go to work happens from time to time, but when it happens like a few times in a month, like, that's an issue. So I saw him, and he owes me a good bit of money, like a good bit of money, for bills that he didn't pay for the last month he was here, for money that I gave to him to have a good time with his friends, for money I gave to him to get my oil changed that he didn't get changed. After all, I had to go out and get changed, so technically that oil change cost me like double. So he sees me for the first time in like, I don't know, 2-3 months, and I get this text message like, wow, you're so beautiful. Just so you know, I do still plan on paying you back, but like, I'm not just going to talk about it. I'm going to show you this time. I'm like, okay, show me. Show me. Because I've been hearing I'm going to pay you back for about 4 months now. And I'm really just, I'm overhearing you talk. Like, I'm really just overhearing you talk, period. And I was like, when are you going to pay me back? Oh, I don't know. I'm like, okay. Well, now you're going to just get like cold Kelly. So my response was, okay, well, don't contact me until you hit that transfer button. Bye. One of my friends was like, damn, Kelly. And I was like, no, listen, like, here's the thing. Okay. Like, I very much cared for my ex. Very, very much so. And when I care for somebody, when I'm in a relationship with somebody, I am going to give what I've got, you know, and I am not saying that I am a perfect partner by any means, like, by any means. Like, I come with my own messes, but I try to work on my messes. If you don't work on your messes, like, I'm not taking on both our messes by myself. Like, is that valid? Is that fair? I feel like that's fair. So that just built into some feelings that I've been having for a while. That I was already irritable about, and I hadn't even been acknowledging. And then I've talked in my last video about my job. I'll probably talk to you guys about my job regularly in here because it is a major like stressor point for me. But I had this customer who, I don't remember what she said at this point. She was just yelling at me. And I'm so tired of being yelled at, man. Like, I'm so tired of being yelled at, like, for things that aren't my fault. And having to say, I am so sorry that happened. Let's get that taken care of for you. It gets exhausting. But, so I was just horrible. I was just cranky. I was so angry. And I go to my therapist, and, you know, she was like, you don't seem like you're doing well. And I'm like, I'm not. I'm really not. I'm really not doing well at all. I am angry, and I am starting to spiral into depression, and I don't know why I'm so angry. I can't even blame it on my ex, because I was feeling like this before I saw him. He just made it worse. And then the work made it worse, and it's just getting worse and worse and worse and worse. My therapist is like, okay, well, like, let's get you calmed down. She doesn't talk like I do. This is my version of what she said. Let's get you calmed down and get you back and centered, get you grounded. I was like, yes, I need that. So I get to therapy. So she gives me these little, they're like this big, and they vibrate. And they kind of like, and there's 2 of them. You put one in each hand, and they switch off between each hand, and you kind of like shake them. And it's supposed to actually keep you grounded. And she's going through like a guided meditation with me. I'm not listening to a single thing she says, because all I can do is spin. And I'm telling her, I'm like, I feel like I just need to cry. I feel like I just need to cry. And she's like, just listen to what I'm saying. I'm still not listening to what she's saying. I'm trying. Like, I tune in and then I tune out. And the voices in my head, I mean, not voices, but like, you know, the voice in your head it's just yakking. And I'm just like, I just start crying. I just start bawling my eyes out. And I'm still not even fully aware of why I'm upset, okay? And it wasn't until later that day when I was talking to Missy, come here. Hey, come here. Apparently we can't do a video without my dog freaking out unless I'm in the bathtub. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry for this. Hey, are you done? Can you come here? Can you come here? Come on. Are you done? So anyway, where was I? So we did the tappers, I cried, and then I still really wasn't aware of why I was so upset. And I started talking, and then later in the day I was talking to a really good friend of mine, and I was telling him about my weekend. And I was telling him about some emotions that I was trying to not deal with and why I wasn't trying to deal with them. And once I talked it out with him, I was like, this is why I've been so angry all week, or for the past couple of days, because I didn't give myself a moment to acknowledge and feel those emotions. I was too busy either trying to push them down or trying to fight them. And not in and I know that the two of those probably sound really similar, but I guess not fight them, but fix them. You know, what can I do to fix the situation that's making me feel this way instead of just feeling it? And then literally as soon as I talked to him about it, I just felt this relief. And I think some of it is also his response too, because he was like, wow, that's really messed up. And I would feel the exact same way. And I was just like, yeah. And from pretty much that day forward, I was doing okay until I started having more drama with the ex, but that's just a ongoing thing. That's to be worked out on a later date. So basically, my point is that what I learned this week was you have to give your feelings space to be what they are. Because if you don't, they're going to find their way out whether you want them to or not. And you can see this in other people and in other aspects of life. You know, when one of the things that I try to remind myself at work is like, these people are flipping out on me, but like, they're not, like, it seems stupid what they're mad about, but like, this isn't the only thing that's upsetting them. If they are this aggressive, then whatever it is that they're upset about is way deeper. And like, as much as I would love to dive into that with them and be like, hey man, like, I get this sucks, but like, what else is going on? Because there is no way that you not being able to buy something small is the cause of the level of aggression that I'm getting from you right now. Like, what is happening? What is going on with you? Because, like, that's a normal, reasonable person calls and says, hey, my card got blocked. Like, what's going on? Or I'm concerned, or like, I'm nervous, or I'm anxious. They don't call in screaming their heads off, cussing, calling the other person who they don't even know on the phone names. Like, that's an indicator that you have another problem that you are now projecting, and I need you to figure out what that is and go fix it so that you don't continue to pass along your toxicity. So my challenge to you is to acknowledge your feelings. Feel them. Just give them the space they need so that you can act like a reasonable person and not spread your own toxicity. And I will also try to do so as well. Please understand that these things do not always work out the way we'd like them to. But with a little effort, we can all get better. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, subscribe. If you see anything that you like or you think other people will like, share. I hope you have a great rest of your day.